It's really interesting. We got into this about a year ago. My Rain Scout is born from the construction industry. It is a way using National Weather Service data and Doppler radar information and combining that using a logarithm to give us specific rainfall for a specific spot on the map. And it's kind of what I call a virtual rain gauge. And so you don't have to have a rain gauge there, but using that data and those logarithms, we're able to determine and report exact rainfall events at those specific locations. And so it started in the construction industry when they wanted to know multiple job sites. A construction company would want to find out if they had rain 25 miles away, and then they could send a crew to a different location if they weren't able to work on that given day. And then we adapted it and have the rights to it across the Corn Belt. And we found that farmers, growers like to know what rain, if they farm across a 2 or 3 county area, they're interested in rainfall and how it differs maybe 5, 10, 15 miles away. And so it's been a real good tool. It's been an accurate tool. And so we're pleased with our ability to offer that to growers. For this 2012, you'll be able to purchase 10 sites, so 10 different farms, 10 different locations in the area that you farm for $300. And what's really interesting about that is not only can you put those on farms that you own and farm, but, for example, you can have those results sent to 3 different email addresses. And so one of them can go to you, one could go to the landlord, one could go to the farm manager, and that way all those people have that information. And as you discuss in the fall and the winter how things went on a particular farm, you can use that information to determine did rainfall impact yields, did it not, why did hybrid A perform better than the same hybrid planted on a different farm. Often rainfall has a lot to do with that. So,
plenty of practical information available for the grower then in season and out of season.
You bet. Yeah, this season runs from April to October. Basically, after October, we start getting freezes. The information is not as accurate. Hard to measure frozen water versus the liquid form. But our growers are able to get that information every morning, where they want it 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. They get that email. It goes at the end of every month. They also get a monthly cumulative report, and so at the end of the year they can evaluate and see where they stood. And it's amazing. We find that differences between just 1 or 2 miles away, sometimes the rainfall can be twice as much or half as much, and that often determines different yields, even though soil types are the same, management practices are often the same. But yields can be directly different, and rainfall plays a big part in that.
What have you heard from growers who used it for the first time last year?
We have got it in our winter meeting presentation we're doing here today in Springfield. We've got a dealer that has a testimonial that's very interesting. He talks about farming across a 2 or 3 county area and how that information was valuable. And often when he thought he'd go farm in one county, he found from the Rain Scout that he could not. He was able to better use his labor, his equipment at other locations. He thinks it saved him 4 or 5 days at planting, and we know, based upon the short planting window that it seems we have every year over the last few years, that 4 or 5 days could be a big difference.
As farms continue to get bigger and more plots and spread out across a larger area, sounds like it's a pretty valuable tool that growers can put in their toolbox.
Yeah, we're excited about it. We think that these 10 sites for $300 are good value. And we're looking forward to getting a lot more growers involved in it for 2012 and have a lot more rainfall data available to those people.